Pick a question. Prof. Barth and Nnaji. Why is gas constraint still an issue in the energy sector in spite of Nigeria's large deposit of natural gas?
Yes, Nigeria has a huge gas reserve. Many people can say that we have more gas than we have oil. That we're more of a gas nation, and it's true. The development of Nigeria LNG proves this out because we are able to generate a lot of income annually from Nigeria liquefied natural gas project. But then we need gas. I would dare say that for the next so many years, most of the power plants that supply base power is stable power, will come from natural gas fired. We do have hydropower plants that provide base power. But there's a limit to how many of those you can have, and therefore what quantum of power that can come from them.
I mean, people have come up with all sorts of suggestions as to how to ensure regular power supply.
Yeah.
I mean, those who talk about windmill form of energy, those who look at other forms of energy, including solar energy. Which, in your opinion, is the best way of guaranteeing power supply in Nigeria?
Natural gas for now. But solar is fast getting cheaper to do. But remember what solar is. It's about the sun. So at night, there's no solar. But if you develop a mechanism for storing the solar power during the day, then you can use the power at night.
But there are a lot of homes that are, using solar energy these days. I mean, what do they use the solar energy?
Do they use the solar energy at night? They can't use the solar energy at night unless they have a battery, equivalent of a battery system to store the energy. And so the more it is becoming possible to store energy, the better solar energy use can become. And so the price of installation of solar energy is improving. It's becoming comparable to natural gas pricing. In the past, it used to be really almost 4 times the price of natural gas, but it's nearly at par, and that is a good thing. So there are different ways you can do it. You can have the solar farms, which is you have a big field where you have the panels. You also can have rooftop installations. So you can have all these things. You can use solar to supplement the power you have in a house, so that if the power goes out, you can have it kick on. But during the day, at night, you must have a way to have stored the energy. So these are all coming. Okay. Solar is the most is the one that is going to come as renewable energy fastest in Nigeria.
In the next 5 years?
Yeah, in the next 5 years. But not as a replacement to natural gas power.
So you believe natural gas is the most viable?
Is the sustainable power fuel for next many years for Nigeria.
But I mean, to the average Nigerian who doesn't understand all these technical explanations, you have had it run by, government, and then you have introduced the private sector, and you're not even getting any results from both, ends. What is left for the average Nigerian to worry about or think about?
Well, just do the correct thing. The government has to, government and private sector, like I said, has come together to do the correct thing. There is such a thing as the correct thing to be done. And when when it's done, then things should improve.
So you are about to go on this journey, cast away to an island for about 2 weeks, and you're allowed only 5 items that are very, very important to you, which you cannot do without. What will they be?
Well, I need a kind of knife to deal with the elements.
When you say elements, what are you talking about?
Well, there are many elements. I cut stuff there so that I'll be able, because it's an island. It has no infrastructure, zero, right? I need something like a lighter. Maybe a lighter. I need food pack. And the food pack has to be like dried food pack. I need warm clothes or clothes of sorts, yes, and shoes. Not many shoes. You can just have sneakers to be able to go. How many have I got now?
You done 4.
Well, I need what do you call it? The thing that you can just set up to make a tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you are obviously not the Bible reading type.
No, but you can talk to God. You really can talk to God.
But are you the church going type?
I am a churchgoer, yes.
Really? Okay. I hear you talking about food. Is it the sort of thing you love a lot? Food?
No, not about love, but I have to survive. 2 weeks without food. You would have to come and fish me out there. Right?
Okay. I mean, you obviously have a wife that prepares good meals for you. Am I right to think so?
Oh, absolutely correct.
But what about music? What sort of music do you listen to or enjoy listening to?
I come from the old school. So I listen to Nigerian music of all kinds, like Fela, like Michael Jagger, and just Nigerian old Victor Waifo.
The new ones don't do anything to you.
No, the new ones I have to first learn how they work before I can. I'm sure that I will learn if I put my mind to it.
You're still learning at this age,
absolutely. I'm a student, a perpetual student.
Okay.
My children teach me. So,
how many children are there?
Well, up until last July, I had 5.
That's at the last count.
No, not about last count, but up until last July, I had 5.
Okay, so still more to come.
No, I lost my first son in July.
I'm just sorry to hear that. I remember that. I was waiting to, say, extend my condolences. It must have really affected you in such a way. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How have you been coping with that?
We just say it's how God wanted it.
Well, on a brighter note, thank you, Professor Barth.
Thank you,
Nnaji, for being on the program.
Thank you.
We have taken a lot of your time, and we appreciate you affording us this time on the program.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Manny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's been Professor Barth Nnaji, former Minister of Power in Nigeria, on the program The Chat. I am Manny. Take care of yourselves. The Chat is produced by Channels Television. You can watch it again online. Just visit our social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.